Today on this episode of What's Up Guy Garage, we're just going to do a very easy install, and it's what's hiding in this bag right here. Let's check it out. So what's behind me right here is a 2004 Ford Ranger. Something that's in this bag is going to help with nighttime visual and just overall brightness. So we're going to need access to the underneath the hood. Put the key in the ignition. Just put it to on, that way the directionals will function. I'm going to put on the driver's side directional. So that's what we're looking at for a brightness right now. I think by the way that I'm talking, maybe you kind of get the idea of what I'm getting at. So now we'll put on the parking light, turn off the directional. Give you an idea of what it looks like when the parking light's on. Now on this side right there, I already did replace that bulb right there with an LED. I'm not sure if I like its look. I might change it out to a different color bulb. But you can see how anemic looking these bulbs are, or at least how bright they are not. And there's a factory bulb right there. So there's a difference between a factory and an LED. I'll have to see what it looks like at night. So now let's just get the hood open and I'll show you what's inside this little baggie right here. So what we're working on, see this headlight right here, and the way these headlights come out is there's two clips. So there's a clip right there, and you just reach your finger in or a tool and you pull up on it. Same thing right there. There's a tab that's facing that way towards the core support or the radiator support, and you can just put your finger in here or grab some type of a pry tool and then pry up on it. So you can just take your finger, reach it into this little spot right here, and pull up. It can be sometimes tight. And then the same thing with this one, just reach in and pull up. Now if you pull up too far, what it does is it actually locks the bottom pin. So there's a bottom pin in there, which I'm not sure if you can see that, but way down and in there's a bottom pin that it's an adjuster. So it adjusts the way the headlight kind of, I guess, positions its beam pattern, or throws its beam pattern. So we're just going to push that down just a bit till we feel that it's loose. And you can see now that this headlight is very loose in its little pocket. And the same thing on the other side. And you just basically, you just slide the light out. Now what that does is it gives you access to the plug that's right there. Okay? So this is the plug that we're going after. What actually is in this bag right here? Just about every vehicle I have, I've swapped out to this style of bulb, which is called a Switchback, and I'll open it up so you can see what it is. This is a very, very easy install. You almost kind of can't even call it an install, even though it is. So we'll open up this little bag here. And inside this bag, this is what's called a Switchback. So when you look at this product, when you look at this bulb, you can see it's got a projection style, I guess, lens right here, which magnifies the actual LEDs that are within this housing. You can see you have amber and yellow. The yellow are actually white, and the amber are, well, amber. And then the same thing on three sides of this light, so it casts a beautiful beam pattern. So let's get this in the housing. So this particular bulb, let's see if polarity counts. So here's the original bulb, and no, it's not supposed to be a split design. That's just the bulb material kind of disintegrating over time from the heat. It's very simple. You just pull on the plug or pull on the bulb. Obviously we saw that it functioned beforehand. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the parking lights right now. Now I'll just plug this in so that you can see that, you know, it actually works. So there's the parking bulb, or there's the parking light. Now put the directional on so you can see what this looks like. It's fairly bright, but it's not an LED, and I like to LED everything. Now let's just keep it on. Now you don't want to keep this on for an extended period of time because it can get so hot where this glass can actually burn you. So now let's just grab this. We already know the parking lights are already on, and it's just a plug and play. So plug it in one way, look at that. I mean, look at how bright that bulb is. That is nice. So now I'm going to switch it on to directional. So right now, what you can see is we have what's called the hyper flash. And that does happen, but that's very easily remedied by changing out the flasher to an LED flasher. But for now, it's going to work just fine. So now let's see if, like I was explaining, let's see if it makes a difference whether if you swap it. Because some bulbs are polarity sensitive, but maybe with this, it doesn't matter. So let's just verify the directional again. Awesome. Hyper flash, but like I said, that doesn't matter. So now it's as easy as just sticking it back into the housing. Let's turn it off. Now these little alignment pins, sometimes they can get hung up if they're not, like let's just say you pulled this out and you let it kind of flop down and it moves this little alignment pin. You'll basically, all you'll have to do is just put it back to a straight position on both sides, because there's two on the bottom and one on the top. So you got one on the left and right side of the bulb housing on the bottom, and then you have one on the top. And then you just guide it back in place, and you can see, kind of, how easily that goes in. You may have to like fiddle with the little, you might have to fiddle with these clips just to make sure that they actually catch in. And then you just push it down, you hear the click, push it down, you hear the click. Now let's just see what it looks like. So now I'm going to put on the directional. Well, I'm going to turn the key on first. So there's the directional. Huge difference. Yes, it does have the hyper flash right now, but that will disappear. So once we swap out that flasher module, and then watch, we'll take the directional off, bing, and now it's essentially been turned into a driving light. Go ahead and we'll just get that one swapped out, and then it will match. So we obviously know polarity-wise, doesn't make a difference. But let's just pop it in and verify that it actually works. There we go. Obviously we know direction is going to work. And we'll verify that as well. Like I said, it's got hyper flash, but it's really not going to matter. So the lights originally, obviously, that were in it were the incandescent, and they were what's called anemic. So now we don't have anemic directional bulbs in this truck. So just make sure you settle the light all the way in to its housing, and then push down, and we'll set the camera back. Make sure when you do this, you don't leave your spare bulbs in there, and then you can just put it back in the packaging and then just recycle. So if you want the part number for what this is, there it is right there. iBright Star, extremely bright signal lights, white amber, new. lot nicer. So this is definitely a much happier situation. These lights are absolutely beautiful now, and those are for the Switchback LEDs. I'd leave a link in the description, but Amazon's being a pill about the fact that I don't have 500 subs yet. So thanks for watching this episode of What's Up Guy Garage. Just a very, extremely simple switch out of the original incandescent bulbs, which were parking and directional, to an LED style switchback bulb, which will give you that nice bright white, kind of providing additional lighting. And with the way that it's designed in the housing, so there's a close-up view of what it looks like. Now that's how it would normally flash right now. Right now it's actually set on the hazard lights, so obviously you can see that both of them are flashing. But now I'm going to switch it to the driving light or the parking light, and you'll see the difference. So obviously this was an extremely basic video. If you like my videos, hit that subscribe button, throw me that thumbs up, and hit the bell notification. Bell notification basically just gives you, I guess, an alert to more videos or new videos that I post on my channel. But if you like my channel, please go ahead, subscribe, like, bell notification, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching this very quick episode of What's Up Guy Garage.